Yeah, unfortunately, we have unsettled weather coming back into the story for Saturday, but for Sunday, it actually looks fairly calm and quiet. But tomorrow, at least I think we'll have some morning showers, but a lot of areas, especially further east and south to go, will probably be dry start for Saturday. It's really then into the afternoon hours too. The timing looks to be about 11 to about 8 p.m. and that means I think most of the thunderstorms will occur. We could still see a lingering showers going beyond 8 to about 11, but it'll be light activity at the worst. Severe threat. There's a potential there, kind of like we saw last night along I-94, some pulsated type thunderstorms that kind of popped up and then went back down. Also, don't rule out a heavy rain threat too. We saw some of that also last night with training of the storms along I-94, especially near Black River Falls. That's a threat we'll have to keep an eye on too, given this warm atmosphere in place. But as we go throughout the morning hours, as you see, most of the activity is still to the west and north of the area, but eventually we will see some of this activity maybe creep into northwest areas by 11 to noon. That's a really first batch that kind of pushes north just west of Eau Claire up to Ladysmith. You can see a little rotation in that. We'll have to keep an eye with that. Generally, then you'll have widely scattered activity start to develop, probably 1 to 2, and then keep an eye towards really southeast Minnesota, northeast Iowa. This activity here that'll begin to really come together a little bit. That could be stronger to maybe potential severe. We're looking at a 4:30 to 5 p.m. time frame. By this point, everything further north of La Crosse to Eau Claire, generally going to be some light showers, maybe a storm, but really the evening is going to be fairly quiet. It's now mainly centered I-90 and further south and east for the evening hours that rotates through. You'll see that continue. See the general rotation with that too continue. By 8:30, we're seeing a little bit of shower activity, maybe a stray thunderstorm continues, but by 9:10, most of the activity is south of La Crosse, east, or we're just seeing a little bit of cloud cover and light precipitation for the most part. Cloud cover will start really decreasing once we get close to midnight, and that'll be the trend going into tomorrow. Now, the severe threat is there. It's probable, but the threat we'll have to keep an eye is high winds, large hail. But don't rule out the flooding threat that we saw some of that already last night. There'll be isolated severe. It's not a widespread severe outbreak to be impacted, but if you're unlucky, you might get one of these storms to come through. Temperatures tomorrow, as you go further south and east, they'll have a little bit more sun, getting still in the mid to upper, maybe upper 80s. Further north, more clouds earlier. That'll keep the temperatures down, upper 70s, low 80s. Humidity still up there, maybe not quite as high as today. The refreshing air really comes behind the front on Sunday. North wind, lesser humidity. We're back to where we should be, low to mid 80s. That continues for Monday too. We'll have the same type of air mass overhead. So going back to work, we're still looking at the low to mid 80s, very comfortable, very typical type temperatures for early July too. Now the precipitation chances going into next week, we got some light chances. We've got a little bit of a system that'll be northwest, southeast coming through probably Tuesday night into Wednesday. So we have a possible chance to see some showers and a few storms come through. It's not going to be a huge system come through. It'll come through and then probably by Thursday will dry out. We're not going to see big type chances like we're going to see tomorrow, but there's an opportunity next week. The bigger story next week is probably the really average temperatures in the low to mid 80s throughout all of the week. Really low humidity with that Tuesday, Wednesday chance, and maybe Friday too, but none of those type chances right now look significant as much as what we're going to see probably tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay, so keep the first warned weather app handy. Hopefully it doesn't ruin tomorrow night's plans because we all want to get down to Riverfest and enjoy the concerts.
We'll see. I think La Crosse might be lucky. We'll see how long it lasts, but I think generally the trend will be more quiet as we go later in the evening.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Greg.